I came to US on a student visa and washed dishes for $7 an hour. My parents sacrificed everything so I could get educated, and it kind of worked. CS degrees, 20 years in tech, last few years in big tech. Now I have kids and I have no idea what to tell them. CS grads have higher unemployment rate than art history majors. AI is writing code faster than junior engineers can. The credential is broken, so what's the new plan? I'm a software engineer, 20 years in big tech. I'm also an enrolled agent, the same tax credential that IRS agents have, and I'm a parent. I use AI every day at work, and when I come home and I sit with my kids and wonder what to actually tell them to build, the learn to code promise is dead. The credentials that my parents bet everything on is 2 decades of building software taught me. Thinking isn't just the output, it's actually infrastructure. It's how you train your brain to do something. Debugging an issue at 2 a.m., reading docs and not understanding in the first pass, reading it 3 times, breaking code and shipping things and figuring out the why, that builds your brain and you cannot shortcut that. I see what happens when engineers kind of skip that step. That they produce work that looks right but probably isn't. And the main problem is they can't tell the difference. The engineers who did the hard work struggle through debugging, struggle through writing tests. They do the same thing, but they are a better judge of the outcome. They're able to find errors under pressure faster. So you can't shortcut this process and you can't borrow this thinking. You have to build it over years. And this is what I'm seeing in my everyday life. Senior engineers, they're using AI to get dramatically faster. Junior engineers also use AI, but but they are not understanding the current context in the code. So sometimes they produce code that looks right but isn't right. Same tool, completely different outcomes. You see, the difference isn't just skill level; is the foundation, is the years that the senior put in to understand the software systems and to train their brain to think in that manner. The junior doesn't have that reference. Now take the same concept and apply to school. The kid who uses AI to write an essay before learning to write has no way of knowing if the essay is good or not. But the kid who uses AI for math, even if understanding the numbers, has no concept of right work. So you need a foundation to kind of evaluate the output. And this is not some random philosophy. That's how just engineering and human brains work. So here's what I'm doing for my kids. The kid does math by hand. They read real physical books. They use pencil to write something. Not because I'm nostalgic, because you have to train the brain to do it that way. So you can use the AI better. But they also are building video games with AI. We all sit together, we tell the AI what to build, and we look at the outcome and to check if that's what they want to build. So the kid is thinking through it, they're articulating it, they're trying again through trial and error. And that's the most important skill to have currently in a job. How to tell a system in clear, precise terms what you want, and that's going to be the differentiating factor between a good outcome or between a disastrous outcome, and always following the quality of the specification. Not the AI, the human. You can't specify what you don't understand, which is why the foundation comes first. The debate about AI in education is the wrong one to have. It's AI or no AI, that's over. AI is already here. The real question is in what order? My parents had a clear sequence: study, get the credential, get the job. But that entire sequence is broken. But the principle isn't. Build the things that last first, then leverage that experience to get faster. For my kids' generation, the thing that lasts is ability to think clearly, to specify, evaluate, judge, and direct. AI doesn't give you that. Struggle and building does. That's a term for what happens when you skip it. It's called cognitive offloading. Delegate mental work to tool long enough, and the neural pathways in the brain won't be developed to handle that flow from in the future. Educators are watching it happen in real time. Student who can't even read the full chapter, can't hold an argument across multiple sources, or can't sit with a hard problem in their head. Not because they are lazy, because they have never had to do it. And I'm not letting my kids do that. So here's what I'm betting on. Not a credential, not a specific tool, but the ability to think clearly, evaluate honestly, and know when something is wrong. And tolerance for difficulty that comes by doing hard things, hard books, hard math, hard drafts. Those aren't old-fashioned values. Those are exactly that makes somebody effective in this new AI world. The engineers at my company who get the most out of the AI aren't the ones who prompt the most. They are the ones who know what to do when the AI is off, who catch it, who can redirect it, who can evaluate its output. that comes from the foundation, and foundations do not get built passively. So here's the bottom line. My parents sacrificed everything so I could survive in the world that didn't owe me anything. I have the same job to do with my kids, but I don't know what credentials to handle them. Or maybe the credentials won't be that important in future. We don't know. But I'm giving them something else. I'm building their brains first. Then I will give it the leverage of AI. Struggle before easy. Specify before you let the machines run. Evaluate before you accept. And that's not curriculum. That's what good engineering looks like. And that's the best we have got so far. So see you next time. If you like videos like these, please do subscribe to my channel.